inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic. We are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. A good one here in the AFC East. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, for years, this division was dominated by the Patriots, winning 16 of a possible 17 years. For the last 4, it's belonged to Buffalo under Sean McDermott. Now, though, this seems like it's anyone's division.
No question. I mean, you mentioned the Patriots. Obviously, they have one of the greatest traditions of winning in the history of the NFL. New coach, new era. We'll see how that unfolds. You mentioned Buffalo. But I think if I'm a New York Jets fan with Aaron Rodgers back under center healthy, and what Mike McDaniel is building down in Miami, you said it. This is really a division that over the years was a one-horse race, and now I think all 4 of these teams entering the season think this division goes through them.
Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Christian Benford brings him down. Second and 7. In motion, it's Waddle. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He's inside the 35. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. Last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponents do.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. David Long there on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43.
second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This receiver went a long way to catch this ball. He started all the way out on the left side of the formation, and look where he catches it, Mike. He's all the way on the right side of the field. He just continued to work through those open zones, eventually found one, and the quarterback was able to put it on him for a nice gain.
They'll motion over Samuel. Allen going to throw again. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And he's in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Berrios on the return. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And they might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. First and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua gonna throw here on 3rd and 1. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The big man, Ed Oliver, in for the sack.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Hill brought in motion. 3rd and long. Here's Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. He'll push forward for about a yard. It was Zach Sealer in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll motion over Samuel. From the gun, it's Allen. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Josh Allen. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. He's got the connection. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Now Allen. He's got it at the 3. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll take it on in. Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Bills.
Take him out. Ridiculous. Take him out. Man, that was terrible. Awful.
Extra point try by Bass. He knocks it through. And the Bills are on top. It's 14-10. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Play action. Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A-check, a 1st down, and then some. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 33-yard line.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. And is caught left side by Waddle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. In motion, it's Waddle. A play fake. Now, Tua to throw. That's to Waddle again. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
This one caught at the 4.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. Once more from the 2, 3rd and goal. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Now, Tagovailoa on 3rd and goal. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So, instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins are back within a point. It's 14-13.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and Curtis Samuel getting set for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Allen to throw. In middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. One more time going up top with Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
To throw again, it's Allen. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Allen to the air. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Allen. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. The Bills going to use their final timeout here as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they'll remain out front by 1.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So we hit halftime here in South Florida, and the Dolphins are in the lead. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense. And Josh Allen headed back onto the field. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. On first down, it's Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's complete to Coleman. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He'll drop this underneath to Cook. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Allen going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll motion the tight end Smith. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll motion the tight end Smith. Tua, give it to Achane. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Third down and 9. Back to throw is Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. he's got it. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for two. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A run out of the gun with Achane. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Now Allen on 1st down. He's got that complete to Knox. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll go play action here with Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And he will go all the way. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Now Bass to tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills have cut the deficit to 5. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Berrios on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Hill brought in motion. Play action. Tagovailoa. That is caught left side by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ball moving down the field, though. Let's go.
Now Tua. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. They'll run with 8 chain. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll motion the tight end Smith. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
That's what I saw. Exploit them here on this ride.
Tua. They'll set up the receiver screen with Waddle. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. Here's a 3rd and 10. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now he'll try to keep it going. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen going to get it out quickly to Coleman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Quick throw, taken in. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Here's Allen to throw. Has his man. It's Samuel. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Throwing again, it's Allen. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Again, it's Allen to the air. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And while Samuel might have a new home in Buffalo, Mike, he's still that same dynamic guy that I played with all those years back as a young player in Carolina. He is so dynamic with the ball in his hands that in this Buffalo offense, you can either throw it to him, hand it to him, but either way, just get him the ball like we saw there, and they get a fresh set of downs.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll keep it on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a 2-point game. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. Here's Berrios on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap for 2. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Achane. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And just a short pickup there to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion, it's Waddle. Here's Achane. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
On 1st down, it's Allen. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now a shot downfield for Samuel.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
Here's 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.